This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back. We are here with Earthbound Metaphysical and the owner, the one, the only, Robert Gervais, joining us today to talk more about your intuitive gifts. We're talking Reiki, body work, clean eating, whole body wellness, and so much more. First and foremost, welcome back to the show. How are you, darling?
Good. How about you? How was your weekend?
It was good. I'm finally, I told you I have an organizational issue and I've been trying. I put more Christmas stuff away, still not everything, but I'm making strides. I'm making progress in the house. So I feel better. It's a slow thing, but I am feeling a little better. So that's good. What about you?
Same. I've been actually, we're working on the house. I'm going through organizing it every year, about twice a year. I like to gut the house and throw things away
Yeah.
that I don't need. That's just normal. But it seems like my list is getting longer and longer.
Yep. And if you had kids, the amount of stuff that comes into the house that doesn't leave the house, and then it's just whoa, whoa. It's just there's just crap everywhere. So yeah, but it feels good to purge a little bit and get that weight off your shoulders because it does weigh down your energy, right?
It does. It does. I know, for me, I don't have children, and we all know that. And it's not that I don't like children, it's just I choose not to have children. But we still have things that show up in our house that I don't know how they get there. So that's even without the children. So I know what you mean.
Oh my
So,
goodness. Well, thank you. You're the CEO and president of Earthbound Metaphysical, and the shop is based out of Syracuse, New York, providing a lot of our wellness and spiritual
oh
needs,
yes,
right? Tell us a little bit about
yes.
yourself and the store and the shop.
I'm Robert. I own Earthbound Metaphysical here in North Syracuse. We're the upstate New York's one of upstate New York's largest metaphysical supply stores. We do quite a bit here, from services to our own coffee blends, all the way down to tea, herbal extracts. But yeah, we do a lot of holistic healing, a lot of different things for our community. So, but yeah, if one, I do suggest everybody, if they want more information on that, to check out our website at earthboundmetaphysical.com. That's completely updated. There's a couple more pages I got to do, but that's finally got to a point to where I'm like, go look at it, go check it out, go see
Yeah.
it. So, but yeah. So other than that, yeah, everything's been going pretty well.
Good. Well, we're excited you're joining us today and you want to help us unlock your intuitive gifts because you say we all have them,
Yes.
huh? Explain this.
Yes. Everybody has intuitive gifts. But the problem is most individuals don't know how to tap into those intuitive gifts, mostly because a lot of us are trained at a young age to not see those gifts or not to utilize them. But there are different ways that you can activate these intuitive gifts, especially if they've been dormant or if you haven't used them. Okay. One of the easiest ways that I have found is actually learning Reiki. Okay. Now, Reiki itself is meant to be non-dogmatic. Okay. So that meaning it's not supposed to be very religious. Okay. It's supposed to be energy. It's supposed to be pure. Okay. Now, when it comes to Reiki, there are three levels of Reiki. There's level number one, level number two, and level
Yep.
number three. Okay. Some practices, depending on who you are, have added extra levels, which I find to be personally unnecessary. Okay. Your level one, this is where you start to quite literally start to use energy on yourself. Okay. This is a lot of self healing, self discovery,
Yep.
self exploration of your past, of your traumas, a lot of self healing. Okay. This is where you pull in these energies to help you with that. Now, I suggest people go take their Reiki classes all the time. Okay, I do teach Reiki here in our shop as well. But when you're looking for someone to teach you Reiki, there are certain things that you need to pay attention to. One, if they're trying to squeeze all these classes into one weekend, that is not how Reiki is supposed to work. Okay, you're level one, you're technically supposed to have 1 to 2 months in between level one and level two,
Yeah.
because that's a lot of self discovery. It's a lot of dealing with your own emotions. You can't jump from level 1 and then next day level 2 all in one weekend, because that's not giving you the time you need to learn to put everything in order the way that it's supposed to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have level 2. This is your distance healing. Okay. This is where you're able to send energy to places, to people to help them out, all that. But this is also at a very emotional level for you. Okay. Like my husband took Reiki 2 and couldn't go on to Reiki 3 because of the emotions. He would bawl for weeks on end because those emotions
Really?
just kept coming forward. Oh yes. It's dealing. You have to deal with these emotions. If you don't, you can't help somebody else properly.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like taking all that negative energy that you haven't worked on and dumping it into the person you're helping. That's not supposed to happen. Okay. But in between these classes, between level 1 and level 2, there, like I said, there should be at least 1 to 2 months before you take level 2. Okay. Now, then there's level 3, which technically should have a year to 2 years in between those classes. Okay. And that's so you can deal with all of the emotional baggage that you have never dealt with before. Okay. And another thing to look for when you are taking these classes is price. Price is a big stipulation. Okay. In Reiki, you're not supposed to do anything without an equal exchange. Okay. That's that's the way it's supposed to be. But when you have a Reiki practitioner charging $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800 for Reiki to learn Reiki, that's not how it's supposed to be. Okay. Reiki level 1 should be $100, 150 max. Okay. So don't go and join just some Reiki thing online and be taken for all your money. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Reiki number 2 should only be $200, $250 max. Okay. It shouldn't be any higher than that. Reiki number 3, this is your teacher. This is where you become a teacher and you can teach other individuals, and this is where you get all of your attunements. Okay. This is where it's about $300 for that class at 350. It shouldn't be any more than that, to be honest with you. Okay. Now, every time you take these classes, you're going to think of it like you have a little ball in the center of your body. Okay. This little ball is an energy portal. Okay. It's where all of your energy comes through. You take Reiki number 1 and it kind of expands to about the size of an orange. Okay. And then you deal with everything that you got to, all the energy transfers and everything else. And then you take Reiki 2 and that ball expands even more to about the size of a grapefruit. So more energy comes through. That's why we have more emotional problems and that we have to deal with and everything. Then you have Reiki 3 and that ball gets expanded out to, let's see, a soccer ball, the size of a soccer ball. This is Reiki number 3. That's when you get all of your energy to flow. That's when everything starts flowing real simple, real fast. This is when all of your intuitive gifts start to show up, the whole 9 yards. Reiki will put you down a line to where it's quite literally setting everything up for you to open up all of those spiritual gifts. And every individual is different. You might have certain types of energies come through to where you're able to do a session for someone and see exactly what's wrong with them. You might have some of their spirit guides start coming through, the whole 9 yards. It's a plethora of things that can open up once you become a master. Okay. But you have to go through the proper steps. I know you and I've talked about Reiki before. Have you had Reiki done recently?
While ago for my stomach issues. This was like a few years ago because I have like really chronic stomach IBS my whole life. But the truth is, it didn't really work for me. And I did it a few times. It was someone that I met on the show, and we did a few sessions, even off camera and stuff. And I just felt I have chronic stomach issues, and I just feel like I kind of gave up. And I've had them my whole life, so it's kind of I was skeptical that anything's going to work at this point because doctors have tried everything. I went to Temple University in Pennsylvania where they said the best gut doctors are, spent 5 days there for tests and studies in 2010. So I feel like I'm kind of like it's something my body has. And then it's like, okay, maybe it's like a past thing and you have bad, karma, bad whatever. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but every time I eat or drink, I'm in pain. And I've done elimination diets. I've done every test possible. The better I feel is the less I eat. My body does not like food, any type of food.
Mhm.
It's Yeah, it's bizarre. I look
And
like I'm
I
like 8 months
completely
pregnant.
understand that.
It looks like I'm pregnant all the time. So I can't
Yeah,
eat during the day if I'm going out at night because then it's for looks. Oh my gosh, I can't go out looking like that, let alone feeling like that, you know? And when I used to work on television, I couldn't eat
yeah,
because I couldn't have a big stomach. But in general, if like I'm going to a wedding, I can't eat for like 2 days before I go. It's just, I've learned to starve myself. It sounds crazy, but I'm not anorexic. I'm nothing like that. But this is how I have adapted to my body. And, there's something wrong with the gut. My mom had the same problem too, by the way, when she was alive.
yeah.
So I don't know if it could be a deeper ancestral type thing, maybe, right?
I completely understand the way you eat because I do the same thing from my accident when I was younger. My doctors literally would tell me I'm not allowed to eat. I'd have to starve myself for 2 to 3 days so I wouldn't gain weight. So I completely understand how that is because I'm that way now. I'll go 2 or 3 days without eating because that's what my body's used to. So I completely understand that. But when it comes down to Reiki and you getting those Reiki sessions, those distance or were those in person?
Distance over Zoom.
Distance. I would suggest you actually try it in person.
Okay.
It is a completely different experience. I tell you, it really is. I personally, I'm not a fan of distance Reiki. Okay. Number one, how do I put this? I would rather trust that the person is being truthful and honest with the way they do their practices. And I can't do that when the person is in a completely different state.
Yeah.
I have to be able to see them. I have to be able to get to know them the whole 9 yards. To be honest with you, some Reiki practitioners just do it just for the quick buck. They're not really wholeheartedly into it like they're supposed to be. That's another thing that freaks me out when it comes to Reiki is when you do go get a Reiki session in person, make sure you go to somebody who your energy flows with, like your massage therapist. You have a massage therapist, don't you?
No, I go for massage every now and then, but no, I don't treat myself to
No,
this. No, no, no. When you have two kids, you don't do. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
There's
you
notes.
should.
Yeah, easier said than done. I don't. Every now and then I'll get like I got my nails done last week, and so I got like a 10-minute massage on my little neck as she did my nails.
Well, the reason why I say that is because you build a relationship with your massage therapist
Oh, okay.
because they see you at your most vulnerable. When I get a
Yeah,
massage, I'm naked.
yeah.
So that's just how it is. Okay. But your Reiki practitioner should know you just as well. I'm not saying get naked on
Get
the
naked.
table for the Reiki
I
practitioner.
love it.
That's a no-go.
I
That's
love it. I
definitely
love it. Yeah.
no, that doesn't work that way. But you should have that rapport built up with your Reiki practitioner as well. You can't just go into a store and just expect things to happen
Yeah.
all in one day. When I set up my clients, they have a protocol that they go through. Say for hypnosis, I set them up with an hour-long consultation first just to get to know them before I even set up a hypnosis session with them. That's the same
Okay.
with Reiki. It's because you have to build that rapport with that individual. Okay. It's a not only a safety thing, but it's a trust thing. You have to build trust. How am I supposed to trust somebody that's in California that I don't even get to see really? From all I can tell is I'm watching a recording.
Yeah.
And that same recording is going out to 1,000 other people. Like that's to me, no, it's got to be in person. That's just all there is to it. Um, but back to what we were talking about, these Reiki classes for everybody. Um, some individuals have separated out the classes a little bit more, and how I say that's unnecessary. Reiki level 1, 2, and 3 quite literally covers everything. If they're
Okay.
separating out classes like a separate master class or a separate, what's the word I'm thinking of, practitioner, master practitioner, that just means they're out for more money. They're just trying to get more money out of you unless they've come up with a completely brand new curriculum and they've added in a whole bunch of unnecessary things, then yeah, don't do that. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Just go and get your regular Reiki and design the Reiki after you get all of your own master class, all your classes done to suit your own needs. That's how it should be done.
Hmm.
So
Thank
but yeah, definitely Reiki is one that I would suggest everybody does to
you.
start their intuitive awakening process. So because it puts you on that level of everything you need to do, down to clean eating. Eating clean helps energy flow in the body. It revitalizes your cells. It goes through, not only do you start to lose a little bit of weight, but you're cutting out all that nasty stuff that's in the fast food that you're not supposed to be eating anyways. You're putting all these toxins into your body if you're eating all that garbage. Of course you're not going to attune properly. Your energy is not flowing
Yeah.
properly. You've got a whole bunch of gunk built up in your system. You don't want
Yeah.
that. So you want to do clean eating in between these classes. You want to drink water. You want to cut back on the soda pop, all of that stuff. So that's a big one for everybody. I have people that come to my class and are like, well, I can't cut out soda. You can't cut out soda for 3 weeks. I need you to be as clean as possible here for
Yep.
these attunements. But some people can't do it because of those addictions. And that's another thing that can help, Reiki can help with, is fighting those addictions.
Yep.
The reason why is because you're putting yourself in a clean state, a meditative state, the whole 9 yards when you're doing these practices. So you want to be clean. You don't want to, most people think of Reiki as like, okay, I need to be as clean as possible because the energy that I'm pulling in that's around me, I'm pushing down and putting it into the person that's laying on the table. I don't want all my nasty gook to transfer into that individual.
My
So I want to be
nasty
as
cook. I
clean as
love it. It's
possible.
so true, right?
So, but it really is. But then there's other individuals that you got to worry about with Reiki that do it for the wrong reasons. And those individuals are individuals that overcharge, or they're individuals that'll steal spiritual gifts during Reiki sessions. So that
Oh.
does happen too. So you got to be careful with that. Some practices don't allow people to touch the top of their heads at all, because that's where our spiritual energy comes in. If there's ever a Reiki practitioner that wants to mess with the top of your head after the attunements, do not allow them to do it. That's just a big no-go whatsoever for me. So, and that comes from a lot of my spiritual practices that I work with. You don't touch the hair, you don't touch the top of the head. That's where all of our intuitive gifts come in. That's where our
Oh,
messages come from. Our hair is an antenna to the spiritual world. That's why
really?
when you go into some place and your hair starts to feel like it's on end, you're
Uh-huh.
connecting to the energy that's in there, and that's how you pull those
Oh.
messages in.
I hate when people
Yeah.
touch my hair or massage. I can't. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
But I have
No, no,
extensions and it
no.
just hurts. I don't like it. And then I want the oil
Yeah.
in my hair. I'm like, I just washed my hair. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hair is definitely your one of your main connections to the spirit world. It
Interesting.
really is. It tells you everything that you need to know as long as you know how to read that energy.
Hmm.
So we'll have to talk about that in another one of our sessions that we have here in the
Perfect.
next few weeks.
Bring it
So,
on.
um, oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, definitely. There's other things that you can do. When it comes down to your intuitive gifts, once you start working with these, um, study. A lot
Yeah.
of studying needs to take place. Learn new things. Think of it like a muscle or your brain, or if you're going to
Hmm.
the gym. Your intuitive gifts are a muscle. You have to work them out like you're going to the gym or
Okay.
like you're studying for a test. Yeah, you have to keep that going. If you don't, you lose it. It's just like any other muscle in the body. Okay. You can't just start it one day, expect it to work forever
Hmm.
without utilizing it on a constant basis. The
Yep.
more you work with your spirit guides, the more you work with your ancestors, your angels, the more you're going to be able to communicate with them, the stronger that connection will become. It's the same way with any type of religious aspect, Buddhist, Christianity, all of that stuff. They'll start talking with their angels or their monks, and we'll start talking to Buddha and everything else, and that connection becomes stronger. That energy they're putting out gets stronger and stronger, and you get stronger messages. It gets to a point to where you're able to actually hear them talking the more you
Yep.
work it.
Interesting.
So, but a
Hmm.
lot of people don't realize that it's a muscle that needs. I'm happy you got your coffee.
Thank you. This
So
one is
happy you got
gross.
your
And this is a
coffee.
gross. This is because I didn't have time to do any of what am I calling it? The beans. What did you give me? The
Grinding.
grinds. Thank you. I put in this is by making faces. It's a caramel Starbucks. My sister gave me some of these
Oh,
Pure cups. I just don't like it. So my face is like, ugh.
oh.
Mm,
I
mm.
can't get behind those cup thingies that get into a machine. I don't like them at all. Ugh, no. I can't do it. I was at the car dealership yesterday and they offered me a coffee, and that's what it was one of those pod things you put in. And I'm like, yeah, when was the last time that machine was cleaned? We've never cleaned it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh no,
Oh,
I'm not drinking that. I'm good. I can't. No, because those machines get nasty on the inside. Oh, I can't
ugh.
do it.
All right. Oh my gosh. Now I'm thinking, I'm sorry. My mouth is like bleh. All right. So we're
Yeah,
still talking
exactly.
Reiki, body work, clean eating, whole body
Yes.
wellness, all the above with Earthbound
Oh, we got down to
Metaphysical. Go ahead.
studying.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep, we got down to studying. Um, so learn to connect with your body. Look for signs, messages that your body's trying to tell you. Most people are so busy in their lives that they don't pay attention to their body. They just pay attention to what everybody sees, what they wear, their hair, stuff like that. But what else is your body trying to tell you? Okay. When you get cold chills, why are you getting cold chills? Why is your hair standing up on end? Those little pricklies when you walk into a building, stuff like that. Most people just shrug it off and they're like, whatever. No, that's your guides trying to give you a warning, trying to say, hey, pay attention. So that's another thing that most people don't realize. The more they work with that, the stronger that will become too. So it's a muscle. It just needs to be worked like a muscle in all aspects. So other things that you can do: daily meditation, journaling, working with nature, classes. We offer a lot of classes here at Earthbound Metaphysical. You can check those out starting about 2 weeks from now on our website, earthboundmetaphysical.com. You'll actually be able to take all of our free classes, should be up by then for everybody to take too. Unfortunately, Reiki will not be on there because, like I said, I rather have individuals here in person to do that because I rather have pure energy and not something wonky. I don't like that. No, like I said. Um,
Wonky. I love it.
one another thing that's extremely important that people tend to forget: learn to forgive and learn to let go. Everybody has that problem. Everybody. There isn't a person on this planet that
Yeah.
hasn't sat down and let go of everything and have forgiven everybody that they've met in their lifetime that they need to. There's always
Hmm.
one or two people that have anger problems towards some sort of, or resentment towards an issue or an individual or a boss or work or any of that stuff. The moment people can learn to forgive and to
Hmm.
let go, their lives are going to be changed drastically,
Yeah.
completely changed.
Love it. Well, I want to be
So
healed. I want to be changed. How do you do your Reiki? But you do some in person, you do some virtual too, but you say it is better in person.
it is, yes, it is better in person. So when I do a Reiki session, depends on how I do it. If I do hypno Reiki, which I prefer, hypno Reiki is coming in, the person gets put under hypnosis.
Oh, I never heard of
I'm just, yep, that's one of my creations here. And the person gets put under hypnosis, and I invite their guides in, and they envision everything in their mind. They
Yeah.
see it all in their mind, which is stronger because then I'm not just sitting there putting my hands on different parts of the body and flushing energy through them. If they can actually envision it and see the energy flowing through their body, it's a whole world difference. It's 10 times better than just regular Reiki. It literally puts the person in a mind state to where they are forced to do the healing themselves instead of the practitioner doing it all for them for them. So it's a completely different practice. I like to call it, how do I put this? Uh, the Earthbound way, because it's done through hypnosis instead of just straight hands on. Now, every once in a while, I'll get a client that wants both at the same time. I'll put the person under a slight hypnosis and then we'll do the traditional Reiki that way too. But they're always coherent enough to be able to make their own decisions. They're not in a hypnosis state to where they can't move, they don't know what's going on. It is a slight hypnosis, like a slight meditative state. And then you have your traditional Reiki that I also practice. And John here at the shop also practices as well. So,
Awesome. Well, we still got a few more minutes, and let me ask in our time here left. Obviously, you clearly have a passion and innate ability with what you do. If someone's new to this whole, Earthbound metaphysical, right, and new to energy healing, new to their intuitive gifts, how do you know you have them? How do you know you're ready? Do we look for signs? Should we be meditating in the morning? What do we do?
Okay, you should listen to your gut and your heart. Don't let your brain overthink it. We're all programmed from childhood to nonchalantly push those things aside.
Yeah,
Our gut feelings, all of that. I mean, when we're a child, we're all trained right off the bat. There's nothing under the bed.
yeah,
It's an imagination, or you were dreaming. But to be honest with you, children have the purest energy in the world for humans. They're innocent. They have that childlike mentality, which one gives them tons and tons of energy, even into the spirit world. Okay, that's why children are so protected in the spiritual world until they hit a certain age. So that's why you'll have all these deities and everything protect children. But children have so much powerful energy that they're able to do more than adults are, because we're programmed as we go along through our childhood into teen years that stuff really isn't there. So it automatically shuts us down, okay, over time. So when you're starting out this practice and you're starting into things, learn to listen to your body, listen to your gut, listen to your heart, think that you can utilize, like pendulums, tarot cards, oracle cards, to help you along that way as well. But one of the key things is to be able to trust yourself and to trust that your body is going to tell you what needs to happen, that it understands the energy that's flowing around you. It doesn't have to be difficult. The more people, the more things you do, the harder it's going to get for you. So just keep it simple, keep it truthful, and keep it wholesome.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And eat
Oh,
well. Coffee's good for us. Yes and no, right? By the way,
yes,
you have amazing
yes,
coffee
yes,
there. Tell our listeners too.
yes. We actually have quite a few different blends that we've created here in our shop, all our own recipes. One of our ones my sister just came up with the other day was, I believe it was pecan maple, and it was delicious. Actually, that's what I'm drinking this morning, is a pecan maple latte. So I'm very, very big on those wholesome, like, feel good warm coffees. That's just how I am.
Fancy,
So,
fancy,
but
fancy.
yeah,
And now, are you expected to get as much
so
snow as we are this weekend? What's happening where you
we
are?
are, I think we're just supposed to be getting a dusting compared to what you guys have. But that doesn't mean anything. We live in Syracuse, so
I
the
know.
weather changes every 5 minutes.
Uh, I'm
So,
looking at now. I'm going
but
to
you
look at
guys are
weather in
expected to get a
Syracuse.
lot.
Syracuse. So yours not. I haven't even looked. I just everyone's telling me it's going to snow. I didn't even like. I don't really know, but they keep saying that, so I'm just assuming. Oh, winter storm watch. It says Saturday to evening. But it's funny because I thought if it's coming to us, it's coming to you, or it could change. Yeah.
Mhm. You guys are going to get pummeled.
Oh my
It's going to
goodness.
hit you guys like, yeah.
We'll
It
see.
doesn't hit us all that much, but we get the cold. We're going to be, I think they were saying like -1 or 0 with a cold chill of -7 plus.
Ooh.
So yeah, I've got my long johns. I'm ready to go.
I'm excited. All right, you have a great day. Thank you so much for always being
You
here.
too.
Awesome, on
You too.
time,
I'll talk to you
insightful,
next week.
happy, full of life, full of energy. Thank you. Enjoy. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon, Smitty. Thank you for reminding me to keep it positive, keep it happy.
I'll
We got
talk
this.
to you soon.
Thank you. Bye, Robert. Thank you.
Oh, one last thing.
Oh,
Make sure
okay.
you start taking your notes.
Oh, oh,
Bye.
bye. Thank you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.